Hi, Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is Dane, and I'm going to be doing your October 2023 money and career reading for you. Now, I ask if this reading resonates with you. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. If you're interested in any of the cards I'm using, they will all be listed in the description box below. And if you're interested in a private reading, a private personalized meditation, or a healing, check out my website, daneharttarot.com, which is also linked in the description box below. Now, before we begin this reading, let us clear the energy space, raising our own energy vibration and releasing any negativity. This cleanse and meditation will be accompanied by a loud sound. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. Releasing all negativity from the body like storm clouds, letting yourself feel calm, centered, and at peace as we enter into this safe and loving space. So let's see here, Cancer. What does Spirit want us to know through the tarot? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Oh, I love that. The Queen of Cups. It's a great start. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Ooh, angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading. Interesting. Okay, so just to let you know, you're doing a really good job. There's somebody here who's going to try and twist things. They're a negative sword energy or air sign energy, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. But a negative sword energy, which is an air sign energy, they don't have to be air sign energies. This is going to be a person who tends to twist words, okay? Who tends to want everything to be either they're so meticulous, like they'll have a list out of everything the way that it should be, and they'll spend like 18 million hours rewriting that list. It's kind of like they check it, they'll rewrite it, they'll redo things, they'll hand you another list, like this is how it should be done, type of thing. But this can also be somebody who has a very tenuous grasp with reality. They don't really see things the way that it actually is, and their ineptitude or inability to be able to move forward, they can hide behind all these little tiny rituals that don't really make any sense or really lead anywhere. So just be aware of this during this time. And this person will not want to celebrate you. They just won't. They want to take away from your glory. They want to take away from your success. But they most definitely do not want to celebrate you or anyone else who isn't them. So just be aware of this. This person is astoundingly petty. So let's see what Spirit has to say. Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly, angels and spirit guides. Here we have manifest. Whatever you put your mind to, okay? Whatever you are going after, whatever you want, you have to visualize it. You have to say it. You have to see it. It's like you have to see it first. You have to manifest it. And I know having to is a harsh thing to say. You don't have to do anything. But what Spirit is really saying here is that you hold a tremendous power of manifestation. Whatever you're focusing your mind on, you will achieve or you will bring into your sphere of being. You might not achieve it, during this month, right? It might be that you take tremendous steps forward, but you're not 100% there. You can get frustrated with yourself because you can also be a person right now, Cancer, who we can also be rather harsh on ourselves, have a lot of negative thoughts, negative words tumbling around in our heads. And have the fantasy of something be, of course, as it always is, right, much more alluring than the reality of it. I just remember being a kid and wanting to do so many things, and then the reality of the time and the effort and the practice was like, oh no, I'm not really wanting that. So just be aware of that for us. It's like, okay, we can want something, we can have the idea of it, but we also need to follow through on the practice of it and the determination. Not to say that you don't, but that can be something that we have a bit of trouble with. And then we'll see people who are doing something so easily, and we'll think, oh wow, it just came to them easily. And we don't know that they've been doing this since they were like 6 years old, type of thing. They've been, really working hard at cultivating that skill so that it looks easy, but it wasn't easy. And that's going to be a lot of what we see during this time, things that look easy but aren't easy. We need to celebrate ourselves. We're going to have a tendency not to. We're going to have a tendency to be harsh on ourselves. And Spirit's like, cut that out. You need to celebrate you. You need to celebrate you, Cancer. What is the energy we need to be mindful of during this time? Angels and spirit guides, show me clearly. Guide this reading and show me clearly. Here we have the Hangman reversed. We need to be mindful of we see things differently, and that's just a part of who we are. But then we're looking at things differently again, and this could throw off everything that we thought, everything that we thought we needed or that we wanted or thought the way that we should be looking at things, seeing things, embracing things. And Spirit is saying here, stop. Stop thinking you have to see it just right. It doesn't have to be perfect. Okay? And don't let other people, just because they'll see a situation differently than you, or they'll see, you know, what you want differently, don't let that influence you. Don't let that, unless, you're like, oh, well, that's a great idea and you want it to influence you. Don't let other people's ideas or other people's way of seeing things, dictate what you think you should be doing. Okay? With the Queen of Cups, we are astoundingly tuned in during this time. And this is fantastic, especially if your career needs you to be tuned in, emotionally, spiritually, personally. We are astoundingly tuned in. The Queen of Cups is love, it is connection, it is beauty, it is diving deep into things. We're really not interested in just the surface value of it all. We are diving so much deeper, and we are really connecting. And that really does make our Cancer's heart sing. Like, it really does. There's this sense of, okay, let's look at, the heart of the matter. Let's go to the heart of the matter. Let me embrace what I love, what I want, what I need, what's important. And we're going to be really interacting that way with people around us. No matter what we do, we have a tendency in our interactions with people to make them feel special, to make them feel seen, and to make them feel heard, which is what every human being wants. With the Six of Cups, okay, here, now, we can be releasing a burden from childhood, and that's very important. With the Six of Cups, there's also a sense of really asking ourselves, what were our goals? What were our goals once upon a time when the whole entire world was open to us? The Six of Cups is connecting with childhood. It is also not trying to recreate childhood. We're needing to let go of certain things and say, okay, it had its time, it had its place, and now I move forward in the knowledge of me now with our wealth and prosperity and success. What we're going to see here is that we're stepping back into what excited us when we were younger, what moved us forward when again the whole world was opening to us. And there's this real sense here of connecting with that energy and using the art of manifestation to increase our wealth, our prosperity, our success, and our bounty. It moves us to the 10 of Wands. The 10 of Wands is very interesting here because we have one person just laying back, having an easy time, and another person, carrying so much, And so here we can be going through those different stages in our lives where at times it feels like we carry the weight of the world, and at other times it feels like, okay, I can relax, I can let go. But even when we're relaxing and letting go, we're having in our consciousness, like even in the background, the noise and the chaos of having to take on so much. So being aware of this is going to be super important, especially when it comes to career, because the wands signify career. And what we're seeing here is that we're always thinking about what we have to do next and what we have to do next. And what Spirit is saying here is it's time to release. It's time to release everything that we've been carrying, everything that has been burdening us, and then look at it anew and say, okay, what's valuable to keep and what do I need to let go of? what do I need to create with? What do I need to utilize now? What will I keep kind of in my back pocket for later? And what do I need to just let go of? This is also going to be a time where it's going to be really easy for people to manipulate us into carrying their load. Be mindful of this. You will think you're being nice. Oh, sure, I'll take that on for you. Oh, sure, I'll do that for you. Oh, sure, I'm a super nice person. And people can take advantage of it. So just be aware of this during this time. With the Knight of Cups, we need to protect that loving connection that we have. The Knight of Cups is moving forward in love, in passion, in, a connection with what we want. We're looking at our hearts. We're saying, okay, where do I need to be? What do I want to develop in my life? How do I want things to move forward? What am I going after? And we need to embrace that love. But we're also going to be very protective of that creative spark within us, of the emotional side of us, which means that we can get very annoyed when we are seeing people take advantage of it. We're going to be very aware of other people's manipulation because of the Knight of Cups coming forward. There's also a sense here of us having really big plans for ourselves, really big plans in the way that we want to move forward, what we're going after. We're really good at visualizing, and that's why Spirit is saying here, keep a vision board, write things down in a journal, draw things out. However you map things out for yourself, embrace it. Because with the King of Swords energy reverse, this person or this mindset that we can have within ourselves can really knock us off course, meaning that we think we have to do everything perfect. Okay, releasing the word perfection is going to be so important during this time, but also not listening to other people's negativity. They can say, you have to do this, you have to do that, it has to be like this, it has to be like that. Fine, but why? Don't be so rigid with yourself during this time because it is going to hold you back. Embrace what you love, embrace what you want, not what you want, because I know it's spirit is saying embrace what you love and embrace what you want. And it's like, okay, but in work and in work situations, we can't always do that. But spirit is saying here, do not let another person's negativity bring you to a place where you look at yourself and all of a sudden it's like the hangman reverse, right? It is, doubting everything that we've seen, every way that we've moved forward, everything that we wanted. And it's like, oh, well, maybe they were right. Maybe I'm just completely wrong. Maybe I'm just completely inept. And spirit is saying, stop that. Stop that right now. You are not inept. All right? You need to celebrate yourself. You need to look at things and to see yourself as a worthwhile person. I always look at the six of of wands in as the Six of Wands in a career reading, as like when you have a really great boss, right? And that boss builds you up, makes you feel seen, makes you feel heard, and it makes it a joy to go to work because you know that not only are you going to get things done, but that it's like it's a good day, right? You have that good leadership. This is a really stinky boss. This is a boss that gives tasks and then when you complete them, always finds fault, even if it's faultless. Will then say, well, you didn't do this. And you're like, well, you didn't ask me to do that. Well, you couldn't have taken the initiative. That type of stuff, like words used against you during this time and just little mind games. Just be aware of this. Be aware of this because you can find it to be, well, of course you would because you're human, right? And we all would. This could be very frustrating and this can be very discouraging. It's like, well, I don't want to do this. Now, this can open up a door to saying, you know what? I need to move on, right? I need to move to a place that doesn't make me feel horrible every time I walk through the door. You can be proving something, all right? And for some of you cancers, you are. You're proving something to yourself. Like, I can do this. I have this dream. I know what I want. This may not be the venue to prove that dream to yourself. So just be aware of this during this time where we can be looking at things. And this isn't just like, go in, quit the job, and have no backup plan. I'm not saying that at all. What Spirit is saying is that this is a time to say, I'm worth it, and to see yourself embracing your success and your bounty. Whether you work for yourself, whether you work with others, it's like it is time for me to start celebrating me. And if you're in a toxic situation, it is time to start changing that. It is. It really is. Our subconscious energy to be mindful of, is justice. When we're being mindful of justice, it's that some things aren't fair. They're never going to be fair. Some things will never be just. And that's what we need to know. Being mindful of justice is like, okay, is this an injustice that I can be like, okay, I get it, I see it. It's something that's not right, but I'm not going to let it eat me up. Or is it something that will eat us up? So just be aware. Justice is also a Libra energy, September 23rd to October 22nd. We can feel things out of balance until we move into Scorpio time frame, which is October 23rd to November 21st. It moves us to our subconscious spirit message, which is peace reversed. We need peace. Subconsciously, we need peace. Personally, we need peace. And we're thinking, I don't need this. I can deal with a bit of chaos. The world is chaos, right? No, no, Cancer. With a heart and with a crowning of the Queen of Cups, you need peace, or else you're not going to be able to get to where you want to be. And then our subconscious tarot message is the Three of Cups. Subconsciously, you have people who celebrate you. You have people who are raising their glass to you, who love you, who want to see you succeed. Connect with those people more. Drink in that energy because it's going to be so beneficial for us. All right, Cancer. I hope this reading has resonated with you. I wish you nothing but light, love, peace, and happiness. May harmony always be with you. I am sending loving, healing energy to each and every one of you. I love you all, and stay safe. Let's end this reading with a meditation, a clearing away of negative energy, a raising of our positive energy as we embrace the power, intensity, and beauty of this time and of ourselves. So take a nice deep breath in, exhaling whenever it feels comfortable for you. May you move forward in peace and in harmony, Cancer. May blessings and prosperity always be with you. I love you all. God bless. Bye.